timeline about the development of social science in unprecedented growth of science and secularization. The historical background of the growth of social science. In the development and progress of human knowledge, the social science were the last to develop after the natural science. And while the origin of social science can be traced to ancient Greek philosophers, Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, their development as separate fields of knowledge only began in the modern period.
Social science, the study of human society and the relationship of human behavior to his society. It deals with the institutions and functioning of human society and with the interpersonal relationship of individuals as members of the society.
Unprecedented growth of science. 1543. Nicholas Copernicus publishes De Revolutionibus Orbium Coelestium, or On the Revolutions of Celestial Bodies. Copernicus' masterwork, he sets out the heliocentric theory.
1620. Francis Bacon publishes Novum Organum. Bacon attempts to create organization and cooperation within the scientific community by demonstrating how the diverse fields of science relate to one another.
(1637) René Descartes publishes his discourse on method. Descartes' work sets forth the principles of deductive reasoning.
However, the jewels you're not wearing tell us rather more.
Holmes.
You were engaged. The ring is gone, but the lighter skin where it once sat suggests that you spent some time abroad wearing it proudly. That is, until you were informed of its true and rather modest worth, at which point you broke off the engagement and returned to England for better prospects. Doctor, perhaps.
René Descartes publishes Geometry in this landmark work. Descartes discusses how motion may be represented as a curve along a graph defined by its relation to planes of reference.
(1687) Isaac Newton publishes Philosophia Naturalis Principia Mathematica, perhaps the most important event in the history of science. The Principia lays out Newton's comprehensive model of the universe as organized according to the law of universal gravitation. The Principia represents the integration of the works of all of the astronomers who preceded Newton, and remains the basis of modern physics and astronomy. The secularization of learning and education. The modern period marked the growing triumph of scientific method over religious dogma and theological thinking, wherein Reformation is subjected. Reformation began when reason and science triumphed, especially Western reason, over dogma and religion authority, the period when reformists from the Roman Catholic began to question the dogma and teachings of the Church.
(1517) Reformation begins when Protestant movement, led by Martin Luther, eroded the power of Roman Catholic Church.
Come on, Dad, let's go. I've been holding it since they put the dome over the town.
You can wait. A lot of people worked really hard on this film, and all they ask is for you to memorize their names.
Well, I want to make sure no animals were harmed during the filming of this movie.